Report out nomination period starts on July 13th, ends August 7th. That's the end of my remarks. Thank you.
All right, CT1.
Yes, just wanted to alert the council and those watching that I did purchase a one bond, 5-year at 0.78 Exxon buy. I have 3 items I'm going to address, but I won't be able to get to all of them, so I'm just going to go as fast as I can. Council member George Dotson, Alex Padilla, Eloy Morales, and Ralph Franklin, and City Clerk Yvonne Horton. We were elected by the registered voters of Inglewood to be the independent ears, eyes, and voices for them. We were not elected to rule over them, the employees and the executive staff members, but to work with them, to provide effective good government with them for the residents. The employees should not be fearful or intimidated by this mayor and council, city treasurer, or city clerk. Sadly, many are. Many of the city employees live in Inglewood, are well-educated, are excellent, and excellent workers, have good work experience, and are an asset to this city. Many have earned college degrees during their tenure with the city. Others have earned valuable kinds of certifications. Councilmember Dotson, Padilla, and Morales, for the life of me, I cannot comprehend why you allow Mayor Butts to treat me in the manner in which he has. You 3 alone have the real power. Mayor Butts have only a single vote. I supported each of you in your respective elections. I walked precincts for you, made phone calls for you, put yard signs up for you, gave contribution to your campaigns. You 3 have sat in your respective council seat and allowed Mayor Butts to reduce my treasurer verbal report time to 5 minutes with an additional 3 minutes to discuss anything I choose to a single 3 minutes. You have allowed him to become a signer on the approval for the payment of bond proceeds, which has never happened or occurred in the history of this city. Mayor Butts was the very first mayor to sign for the approval of bond proceeds in the entire history of this country for Pioneer Construction Company, which resulted in an overpayment of $77,418.26. Not one of you said a word when Mayor Butts eliminated my verbal reports altogether from the council agenda. This happened when Judy Dunlap and Mike Stevens were council members, as I best remember. He only reinstated the verbal report when I agreed to collect signatures to put an item on the ballot, to raise his salary to that of a Superior Court judge, and to raise the council member's salary to that of $100,000, and to raise the treasurer's salary to match that of the city clerk. I had no intentions whatsoever to follow through. Mayor Butts even gave me a list of names of individuals to be on the committee. My 8-page memorandum to Mayor Butts supports this. Take a look and read it. City Clerk, I ask you to please put this in your minutes, because I will not be allowed, he will not permit me to give the full report, and it will be on my website by the end of the week.
Thank you. Madam City Clerk, has there ever been a measure put forward to raise the council salaries in the last 9 years?
Say that one more time.
Has there been a measure put forward to you to raise the council salaries in the last 9 years? Okay, thank you. Ms. Koike, could you come up and give us a breakdown on the bond payment overpayment that the treasurer keeps referring to, and just give us the chronology? It was a $77,000 overpayment to Pinner.
Yes.
First of all, is Pinner $77,000 ahead right now?
No, sir.
All right, go ahead and let's try to put this to bed.
This is the first page. As you can see, when we made initial payment, it was a payment that was made out of the bond proceeds. And we inadvertently paid and included the retention payment, therefore making an overpayment to them. However, on a subsequent payment, we deducted the amount of the retention, as you can see on invoice 19. We deducted it from that payment, so therefore at that point, we were even with the contractor, and the contractor was worked with the city very well, and they acknowledged it was overpaid. So at that point, we were in balance with the city.
And so where did the the overpayment reside before it was put back to the bond proceed line item?
Well, as you can see, because this project was a senior center project and it was a multi-funded project, it was paid out of the bond funds, but the credit was taken out of the general fund, which was the Section 108 grant fund. So what accounting did was accounting did a journal entry to record a receivable from the general fund and a payable from the general fund owing to the successor agency bond proceeds, and had that on the books.
Okay.
What we did was we waited until we vetted everything through our audit and made sure that everything was good, everything was clear. Unfortunately, we had COVID. And then we transferred the money back to the trustee where the bond proceeds are held.
Okay.
And those monies will be available for the next drawdown.
So to make this really clear, Pinner, upon a subsequent payment that they were owed for work, they were shorted in that payment $77,000 or whatever the amount is, and that sat in an account, and we had all the journal tracks and transactions to show they were not $77,000 up on the city, and that at the appropriate time after we finished our audits, we did a journal entry to now show the money instead of the general fund account, that it was now in the bond account. And so the money has never been gone, is that right?
Correct.
Thank you. Okay. You're very welcome. I mean, you know, this is supposed to be what you have a treasurer for, but anyway. So, council remarks.